First time we've seen that. More tonight, 9 o'clock.
Sherrie,
and tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. There we go, got that in.
Yes, 9 o'clock tonight.
Yes, tonight and tomorrow night.
And tomorrow night.
And tomorrow night, yes.
So,
Did you jump at the chance to do this? Or did it take a little bit of convincing,
Jump
Sherrie?
at the chance.
I mean, you all look very jolly there, but obviously,
We were very
it's not
jolly
easy.
there. Yes, no, we didn't jump at it. The thing is, you did it for a reason, and that comes out, you'll see that.
Of course, yeah.
Which is very upsetting, and the emotion is high, but the fun is, isn't it? Just amazing what we did. And we laughed a lot, a lot. That was... And it was all part of us getting that out, do you know what I mean? Because every time we had to speak about... My brother died of a brain cancer, brain tumour, and so the cancer is very much still here, a couple of years later. So, but in my real life, I've put it here.
Yeah.
It's back here. But on that show, we had to talk about it every day. And that hurt a lot. So that was the pain. But the laughter and the silliness counteracted it, didn't it?
Yeah, I had a moment when I walked into the first rehearsal hall and I looked around and then we sort of discussed what we were going to do and I did think to myself, what am I doing? I've made a huge mistake. And you know, I say no to a lot of these kinds of shows. I was like, what have I done? And then after the end of the first rehearsal and once we were into our first experience, what they do really cleverly is they chuck you in at the deep end and you do things together to build your
yes,
sort of...
we did.
You did lots of team bonding and building.
What did we do? What did we do?
We swam, we did cold water swimming.
No, I didn't.
You
No,
didn't.
I did with you the painting.
The body casting.
The body casting, yeah. So all sorts of stuff to make us feel comfortable being naked with each other, first of all, and then also to try and eke out who's good at this and who's good at that and how can we support each other with our different weaknesses and strengths and all the rest of it. And as Sherrie says, the whole point of this show is to raise awareness. We all have a different cancer story. I had breast cancer. I was diagnosed 2.5 years ago. Your brother sadly passed away from breast cancer. Everybody has a deeply personal story, and that's why they're doing it. And actually, that became so obvious very quickly when we were sharing our experiences and helping each other as well. Vanessa, who takes part from Dancing on Ice, she lost her father, but she has such a fantastic attitude and a lovely story to share about how her father prolonged his life for 7 years, actually, as well, after his diagnosis.
And we had Ashley Kane, which is, do you know Ashley Kane? That destroyed me completely because of an 8-month-old baby is like, you wouldn't ever get over that. And he didn't. So
And
what
he hasn't.
did, no, he hasn't.
No.
But they're having another baby, aren't they? So, but he jumped from planes. He walked up every mountain, and he said, I can't do it. And he has this silly beard, and he said, I know you hate my beard. I went. And he said, but my baby, it's the last thing my baby did was hold on to my beard. And she said, I can never now get rid of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so the stories are beautiful, beautiful stories.
And I think that's the thing, it touches everyone. Everyone has...
1 in 2 of us will face a cancer diagnosis in our lifetime. That's the big thing about this programme. It's to build awareness about health and prevention and screening.
And I read, when I was reading, 1 in 4 cancers are preventable, which I had no idea of.
Yeah, 40% of cancers are preventable. And that's...
40%, is it?
That's my... that's really sort of my messaging that I talk a lot about throughout the 2 shows. Not because I'm shaming people and blaming people for a cancer diagnosis, because it's devastating. And I'm not saying every, cancer diagnosis, it's your fault, and that we can also guarantee that we won't get cancer.
Yeah.
But there are certain things. For example, if you have type 2 diabetes, you're twice as likely to get liver or pancreatic cancer. And you're also much more likely to get other cancers like bladder and breast cancer as well. So there are other chronic illnesses that are on the rise, unfortunately, around the world. We're globally, in the Western population, we are overfed and undernourished. Nutritionally, we're eating in a way that we haven't done before. We're putting our bodies through so much more that we haven't done before. Artificial lighting, not being outside, not walking enough, maybe not doing the exercise, maybe having a few too many burgers in the week, or the fast foods. And again, I'm not saying this gives you cancer, but over a lifetime, these bad habits and this new modern lifestyle that we've embarked on is having an impact on our health.
It is, and the one thing I wanted to say was that grieving is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And people don't know how to... I don't know for a couple of years now, I just cry all the time. But you have to help somebody. You have to teach them how to grieve and how to miss somebody and know they have gone, but, you know, it's just having those memories and being able to know how to grieve is one of the hardest things in the world.
The thing is, it's like, what you've done is what everyone I know, myself included, has been, which is you box it and you put it there and you go,
never look at it again.
How am I going to get through the next 6 whatever months?
Yeah.
And that's all you think about.
And all you do is
nature,
you bring it forward and then you just cry and you think, no, listen, stop that. We've got to find a way through this. Let's maybe not leave it at the back. Maybe bring it here so you can share that with people. I mean, I try to, but I can't cope at all. I don't cope well at all. And I think this show I hope, out of this, you know, the brain tumour charity is so wonderful, and I'm hoping that this will make people realise just how much it's needed, how much you should talk to people if you have any problems. I mean, no one knew my brother had a brain tumour for 9 months. You know, and then you find out.
And that mental health aspect, the trauma of a cancer diagnosis or dealing with grief, that's something that's not spoken about very much as well.
No, it is a
huge impact on the health.
Thank you, because we could talk honestly for
hours. I know, it just goes on, doesn't it?
It does. 9 p.m. tonight, Monday night, and tomorrow night.
Well done, ITV1, ITVX. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for giving us time.